liquor if it's hard chase now. Dreams like liquor if it's hard chase now. Hey man, so I guess I don't know what I look like right now because I can't watch my joint and engineer it. You know, so
we live, we rolling?
Yeah, we rolling. Let's get into a little something.
Oh, how you feeling, my boy?
I'm being rude. That's mad rude. It's mad rude to the tables that I clean myself. It's mad rude to me. I don't know if I'm getting a glare on my glasses. I probably am. I'm probably getting a wild, crazy glare, but it's okay. All right, so what's going on right now? Oh, that's your camera if you want to talk to the people. What's going on right now? We are back.
We live.
Pack Crew TV. What has it been, like 2 years? It's like an official episode where we're in the building.
2 years, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah. I feel like I definitely have a restraining order on you. But for content, we gonna keep it rolling.
We gonna keep it rolling.
I think I definitely got one of them things.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. So for those who don't know, we haven't done this Pack Crew podcast thing in quite a minute.
It's been a while.
Everybody's doing what they gotta do. And it's a beautiful thing. All my guys is doing, you know what I mean? Hey, we all really get into it and
growing,
doing big things. We all doing different things. But big things, pause. I want to play this song though real quick.
Play a song, my boy.
Because
set the tone.
I'm gonna set the tone, man.
Yeah.
I'm gonna set the tone, man.
Let's do it. I'm gonna set
the goddamn tone, man.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm on Bluetooth. I was playing on my AirPods. I'm gonna set the goddamn. Wow, they really making me look bad. I'm gonna set the.
That's the joint right there.
I didn't know the song was called Optimistic, but I knew it was by Sounds of Blackness.
Yeah. We are here. Me and J-Boy. And Podstream.
What?
About to get it going.
Gonna get it gone.
Gonna get them money.
I'm about to get that money.
On the day he laid.
On the fucking day. Yeah, they're taking mad long to get to the. I'm gonna let it rock. I'm gonna let it play.
Right. Let it rock.
You can win. We should have got some water.
Nah, I'll be all right.
When in the midst of sorrows, you can't see up when looking down.
No, you can't.
A brighter day tomorrow will bring.
That's right. People, we love y'all. It's good to be back. I'm happy to be back.
Yeah.
I'm happy. I'm happy. I'm just happy. Yep.
We're going to talk about all DP's happiness
we don't
a
have
little
to.
bit. No, it's all about you today, my boy.
Nah.
It's all about you. Okay.
It's about me, man.
I just wanted the hook to rock, though.
Absolutely.
What?
That's the best part.
If John Legend did it, it would be as long as you keep your head to the sky. Nah, he doesn't sustain that long. He doesn't sustain that long. But you get what I'm talking about. Nah, but we are back. I'm gonna take these glasses off for the sake of having the glare. I don't know. Pack Crew Podcast has been a while.
Yeah.
One of the reasons it's been a while, I'm not lie, is because you've been West Coast Deeps for quite a while. And so I definitely want to get into your journey.
Journey
but
to the West.
For those who don't remember the podcast, let me put you on. It's about 4 of us, 4 dudes, Hempstead, New York. We grew up together. Just got a lot of stories. A lot of stories. But
we done been through it all, man.
Been through it all.
Ups and downs.
Yeah.
Still going through. It's a part of life.
We share a commonality, you know, same age group, same neighborhood, same experiences. Even until we came together, like, you know, we were like experiencing things separately, and then we come together and realize, damn, we really are alike. For me personally, it was like I just didn't fit in with most people in Hempstead, like, and so I found y'all individually at different times, and y'all was different too. Like, y'all didn't fit in either, so we was just like, we not fitting in.
We were always classified us as the cool out crowd, if that makes sense.
It don't, but no. I mean, no, it makes sense. Everybody knows what an oxymoron is and how that works for real. But yeah, no, for real. I mean, we was cool. People said we was cool, so I guess we was cool. You know what I mean? But, you know, I did want to touch on this. Similar experiences growing up. You know, today is September 11th, right? And we know that we remember the tragic events that happened. It's cliche to say never forget, you know, never forget everywhere. But we really do never forget.
It's not cliche.
No, it is. Well, a cliche is something that's said all the time. And I feel like maybe that I'm tired of seeing it, never forget on the thing. Like, but I get it though. It's a cliche, but I get it. I understand it.
Yeah, in this instance, it's not inappropriate to say in an instance like this, on a day like this.
All right, it's not.
You know,
it's not. I got the knees out, y'all. Pardon me. I'm not naked. I don't know what it looks like over here. I don't know what it looks like. But like, so I did want to talk about it because I remember it was 2001, 2001, and I was in 3rd grade. 4th? We was in 4th? You sure?
Positive.
You might have done got left back, my boy. I think, because I was in 3rd.
If you was in 3rd, you got left back.
How? How'd that make sense? Because I wasn't supposed to be in 3rd. Then.
You supposed to be in 4th grade.
September 2001, and then I turned 10 in 2002. That would be March. That would be 4th grade.
That's 4th grade.
I was in 4th grade.
Yes, sir.
I remember.
We didn't know each other yet, but we were
not at all.
In 4th grade.
No, you wasn't there yet. You was not there yet. I don't even think you was on midway yet. So
I was.
Listen, me and you don't meet until you come to the hood for real. I mean, you know what I mean?
Yeah, real talk.
You wouldn't have met me yet. You know what I mean? You wasn't there yet.
Nah, I wasn't there yet.
You had to, you know?
Yeah.
But 4th grade.
Yep.
I remember being in school and I don't know what happened. I don't know if we just had a rapid dismissal. I think they gathered us into one place. I feel like they gathered us into the lab. Anybody who went to Ludlam Elementary, that's now Barack Obama Elementary, helped me out. I feel like we got gathered into the library first. And I remember it was on the news. And the teachers were like shook out of their minds. And that's when I knew something was wrong. They was like disturbed, and there was a rapid dismissal. We was getting sent home.
Really?
Yeah, we was going straight home. Midday, going straight home. And I was a little, you know, I used to walk home at that time. I lived really close. A lot of kids did get picked up, but it was so rapid, I imagine it was hard to get all the parents on notice. It was like, everybody go home.
Yeah.
I walked home. I walk inside, and my mom, like, I kind of scared my mom. She's like, "What? You're home?" And I was like, "Yeah, they dismissed us." I didn't know what was happening until she was on the phone with whoever, and she was like, "Oh my God, like, they sending all the kids home. Jacob is home." So she knows what's going on. Now I'm like, okay, everybody knows what's going on. And then I get to see the news for myself. And like, it was the wildest thing I had seen at the time. Like, seeing planes running, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I remember thinking, like, so many crazy things were being said. I remember people said they was gonna hit the town hall in Hempstead. You know what I mean? And I was like, what they want for Hempstead for? I told my mom. My mom was like, oh, Hempstead is an important place. And you know what I mean? And I was like, yo.
Paranoia setting in everywhere.
It was wild. They didn't like rapid dismiss y'all?
We stayed the whole day.
They stayed the whole day. They didn't care about y'all.
I was in Uniondale.
You wasn't even in Hempstead Public Schools.
I was in Uniondale at the
First
time.
L.
And I was in Northern Parkway Elementary. And honestly, I remember there was a brief like moment of silence as my teacher had went to the door, because there was a knock on our door, on our classroom door, and my teacher went to the door, and somebody had told her, right? But she didn't say anything to us, because I don't think she wanted to startle us. And so I didn't know what happened until I got home from school that day. And when I got home from school and I walked in the house, and that was the only thing that was playing on the TV over and over and over again. And all the adults in the house, their eyes were glued to the TV. I still didn't know what was going on.
Yeah, it's like you couldn't really conceptualize it still.
Yeah, because when I looked at the TV and it's showing the playback footage, it's so wild. I thought it was a movie.
See, I was just gonna say that actually. Not that I thought it was a movie, but I literally was gonna go like we were so used to seeing movies and stuff like that, like it could have seemed fake. So
yeah.
So
I thought it was like you know, like how like Independence Day was. So I'm thinking it's like that. But like I said, all the adults in the house, they were all just like, you know, and then they're on the phone making phone calls.
Yeah, checking on everybody.
To the people in Brooklyn. You know, like we got family out in Brooklyn and out in the city who work out here where we are right now. And that's when, you know, reality started to set in. But it still hadn't affected me directly, I guess, because I didn't have anybody out here. But I know just the impact it was because there was no school the following day. So we finished school that day, but the day after there was no school.
Okay, so they cared about y'all the next day. That's cool. That's cool. Nah, but yo, I remember like you had mentioned like paranoia, and I remember, and I mean to this day, I mean when I was younger, I kind of did like, I kind of forgot, but I remembered like sometime this year that anytime, and anybody let me know if you've experienced this, anytime a plane would pass, I would stop and I would listen until that plane was gone. Until I could know, and I mean, it happens like to this day. And even when it was happening when I was younger, I can remember there being a point where I absolutely did not connect it to what was going on. Years later, I did start to connect it. I was like, wait, that's because of, you know, and I forgot about it until I just recently remembered it. And I was like, man, like, you know, like you could just mull over something traumatic, like, and not know, like that's playing in my head all the time. Like I mean, never will a plane pass and I don't stop and listen to it. What direction is that? Is that too close? Bro, I mean, literally.
I get like that sometimes. Sometimes, depending on where I'm at and how close a plane is. But for me, even at that time, it was still just like a, I don't know, it was like an afterthought. Yeah. I'll be honest with you. You know, for me personally, it just, I don't know. I guess I don't know. Call me odd, and I don't want to sound unsympathetic. Yeah. But like I said, it just never. I was always such a kid. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like,
no, like when I met you, Now when I met DP, like he was in bliss. That's part of the reason why I was like, nah, I gotta be this kid's friend, because you are enjoying life. Because I was a little hood nigga, and you were enjoying life, like you were in bliss. So I can see that you probably felt wild safe regardless, like wherever, when in your home, whatever, you was just still enjoying.
The only time that it seemed like oh no, this is a real thing, like it's really affecting the whole world, is when I would watch movies and then I would watch comedians, because I love to laugh. So I would see, you know, some comedians at that time, and they're doing everybody's stand-up routine had incorporated some post-apocalyptic 9/11 type of humor. And I'm like, oh shoot. But of course, I was also well aware of just the damage that it had caused, the amount of people that had passed away, and you know, it was serious. It was
That's crazy. And it's like, you know, even before that, before 9/11, we had been hit with like so much trauma, because I remember like, one, we were not born in the year 2000, but we were the Y2K kids, and I don't know if you remember, they were saying that the world was gonna end at the millennium. You know what I mean? And so here we are, the millennials. But everything, like they had us with everything. Columbine was in the late 90s. Then they told us the world was gonna end. Diddy killed Biggie. That was the first thing I've learned in life. Was that?
We going there tonight.
The first thing I learned in life was Diddy killed Biggie.
We going there tonight.
Columbine happened.
Yep.
They said the world was gonna end in 2000.
Yep. And we lived through all of that.
And then 9/11 comes.
Yep. And that, mind you, that happened right after, because to me, as odd as it may sound, Aaliyah passed right before.
Oh my God.
So I think
and it was
that was huge. So yeah.
Right. She didn't die in 2002?
No, she died right before 9/11.
Yeah, because
when we first started, I remember like yesterday, because when we first started 4th grade, the girls who were in my class were still reveling over the fact that Aaliyah had just
It was in the summer.
Away. She died at the end of August. So right after she passed.
Damn, put us through too much, my boy.
Yeah.
Like, I remember that 106 in Park episode. I remember that episode.
You see what I'm saying?
Yo.
Yep.
I remember my cousins from VA distraught. I remember, I don't know, I guess my cousins from VA were up in New York at the time because they told me, they're from Virginia.
Yep.
They're telling me first, let me fix my
damn. You good money.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, get right. Yeah.
Y'all gonna have to cash at me out here. But no, yeah, you gotta put through a lot. I remember all the programming. What was it? I spent a lot of time on Nickelodeon. They used to have these. What was the name of that show? What was that lady's name? Shout out to that lady, man.
The news report?
Yeah, there was Nick News. Was it Nick News? Yo. Oh my God. Nick News with with Linda Ellerby. Yeah. We're gonna have that slide on the screen. Nick News with Linda Ellerby had me shooketh, my boy.
So that's where you got the
So I got a little fear from. But I do realize that, you know, they were trying to comfort us. That was very well, one, shout out to us, shout out to our age group, shout out to the millennials. But a lot of the things, like, they had coursed us to a lot of things. They had prepped us for a lot of things, I realized. They had prepped us to be the generation that was going to bring forth social media. They prepped us for that. Like, they prepped us for this podcast age. Like, if you see, they were all sitting down, and although this has been going on forever, but they literally were coursing us and prepping us, like, y'all are going to carry it through. Y'all are going to make this the norm. The type of conversations that we're having, like, on Nickelodeon was like, you know, so I was shook. But realizing that they're trying to help us. They're trying to make these hard conversations happen. And so, I mean, here we are. I mean, but it's for a lot of things, you know, born in the 90s, but we grew up
in the information age.
But in the early 2000s, early 2000s, where a lot of things are having like it's a lot of 20-year anniversaries of things. A lot.
Plenty.
A lot. You know what I mean? But that was a beautiful, beautiful time to be a kid, though. Too.
It was the best time for me, in my opinion. Like you just said, I was in always such bliss.
I feel like, and I work with the youth all the time.
Yep.
And I want to have kids. And
we all.
To, you know, I'll do my best to help the youth, help the kids. But I feel like we had the last best childhood. I feel like a childhood can be created. Well, I mean, that's kind of sad, but it's kind of lit for us. I mean, I'm glad, but I feel like we had the last best childhood. And I don't mean just us, our age. I mean, maybe from anyone born from 92 to 98. We had the last best childhood. Okay, maybe we could push it to 2000.
Yeah.
Maybe we could push it to 2000. After that, it's like, whoa. I work with a lot of kids. Some of these kids were born in 2014. And I'm like, how are you born like you never knew no internet? Like, you never knew, like, even though we had internet, like, you could go days without internet, right? You could go days. Like, internet was like a little part of life.
The internet, when we were kids, the internet was a privilege.
Yeah.
It was a privilege.
Because you had to do so much. You had to shut the crib down to get on. You couldn't use the phone.
AOL, dial-up.
You had to dial it up. You know what I mean? So, you know.
I remember when I feel like I had to be one of the last people still using dial-up. Had to have been. Because when we were in middle school in 8th grade and MySpace and all of that, and I was the only. I felt like I had to.
You was using that on dial-up?
Yeah, bro. That's why I couldn't go to you and Jerome's MySpace pages, especially your page. Your page would always
my page was
computer
decked out. My page would shut a computer down.
Your page would always.
When my page started shutting my computer down, that's when I knew it was a problem. I couldn't go on my own MySpace, but I've been this way. I was graphicked out. I had to have the
You had the game backdrop.
Bro, what? I had to have remember the dancing? I had Spider-Man dancing on my. And you know, I was wilding when I learned how to do the codes, and so I had a cool MySpace, man. You did. I've been doing this.
Yep.
I've been doing this. But I do feel like we grew up in a good time.
But yes, to circle back to your earlier point, we did go days without internet. Yeah. And like you said, nowadays these kids, they know how to work a phone or a tablet before they know how to write in cursive.
Yeah.
They're not being taught cursive.
I be trying to do my part, bro. I be trying to do my part.
Me too. So it's a catch-22.
I be trying to do my part because
being born into the internet is a cool thing because they learn how to, use technology at a young age, but at the same time, it can be a drawback. Because
with the pen to paper, like they be lacking a little bit. And I never would have saw that coming because, I mean, I don't have the best penmanship, best handwriting. Yeah. I used to be shook. Just doing the tools. You have to keep doing your tools. I used to be shook, you know what I mean? So I get it, but these kids, I'm not gonna talk further about kids. I just hope they do well and I'm trying to do my part. You know what I mean?
We all should, and we all will.
But that blackout though.
Ooh.
What was that? Because the 20th anniversary of that passed last year or this year?
For disclosure, just a quick, for anyone who may have lost anybody, just a brief moment of silence before we roll into.
Yeah. Oh, you was gonna give a rest in peace.
Rest in peace to
for real.
All the fallen people who lost their lives in the 2001 bombings. For those of us who are still here, whoever you praise, whoever you look up to, I praise God, I praise the Most High, and just thankful for everybody who is still here and for anybody who may have lost their loved ones. Our hearts go out to you on a day like this. And hope you find
imagine how many people. Imagine if I could say, because I had to say it on the radio earlier too. I was like, my heart goes out to all the people. I have this thing that I live by. You really, really just do what you can. Mm-hmm. Imagine you can't bring a loved one back. You can't, but you know what you really, really could do? You could do something that would really, really make them happy if they were here. Mm-hmm. What would they really, if you love this person and they're no longer here, what would they really, really love to see you do? Mm-hmm. Not cry, not give up, not check out. I know it's hard, but imagine what, you know what I mean?
Right. We all have our own story.
Life is to be lived. I was
gonna say we all have a story, and people are going through things on a daily basis. Yeah, man. On a like, that's why I see people go through cycles of depression, and I try to keep things in perspective that no matter how hard life is for us or whoever is going through something, there's always somebody out there going through something worse. Yeah. And I try to just keep that in perspective when I go through whatever I'm going through or when I try to relay that message to other people. Mm-hmm. And so, you had just mentioned the 2003 blackout.
Yo, we've been through a lot. In 2003,
right, we
had a 29-hour blackout.
I can only imagine what it was like out here.
I was just gonna say that. I was in Long Island. I was in Hempstead, Long Island. I was having a black. We had neighbors. Man, shout out to them, whatever they had.
We had fun that day.
Yo, bro, we was outside playing manhunt. Like it was pitch black, and we was outside, and it was amazing. I stood outside until I was about to get in trouble. I remember because if my dad came home and he saw us outside in the dark like that, we were in trouble. And I remember we went in the house. Now he got stuck at work because he was always a transit worker, so he had to stay. And I remember getting in the house. If not midnight, it was 11:40 something. And I don't think I've ever been out that late before unless I was out like with family barbecue. Like I used to be outside. Outside playing like in the dark. till 11:40 something. I was like, I looked at the time. I was like, oh, we bugging. Went into bed. Hear my pops coming in the driveway. I was like, clutch. I was like, clutch. But you was outside. You was a couple blocks away from me.
More or less.
Yeah.
I was on the Heights.
You was on the Heights, yeah.
Yeah, I was on the Heights.
Yo.
Yeah. But I was with my buddies right next door. My neighbors right next door. My buddy Oscar. And I was at his house all the time. Yeah. Regardless, blackout or not.
You was gonna be there.
I was at his house because he just had a lit backyard, and we was always over there playing freeze tag and doing the things kids do. So when the power went out,
it was it was like we was like already playing manhunt.
Yeah, like you said,
we was already. First of all, I mean, them Brooklyn kids, so I imagine how crazy it was out here. I imagine it was a little dangerous. I was very, very safe in my hood. I was very, very safe. It was still hood, but I didn't, like, come on, I felt safe. It was dark. It just added to the expense. If you think we was playing tag before, all this did was
magnified.
It made it extreme tag.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I imagine the amount of crime that went down that day, though.
Yeah. Yeah.
I wonder what that was about. I wonder what that blackout was about for real.
Know. I still don't know.
That joint was probably planned, man.
Maybe.
That joint was probably planned.
I have no idea to this day. I mean, I feel like maybe it was just too much
You think power. It was the temperature? Too much power. It was 91 degrees that day.
Yeah, because it was August.
Word. And it was 89 the day after.
Yep.
And New York has a lot of machinery
and probably just too much heat.
When that happened in the 70s or 80s, that huge blackout, that was a bigger one, and that was a more dangerous one. They were looting in the streets and all. My mom was in that. She was in the middle of that. Yeah, that one. I don't remember. That was a very, very old one, but I love to see documentation on that. Really? I wish I was in that one. Yeah, that one was crazy.
Like actual, or you saying
the city blacked out like I did for us.
Yeah,
but in like the late 80s or. Not late 80s. I would say it would be early 80s.
No, I'm saying, but I'm asking, like, you said you seen footage or you would love to see?
I seen footage. I've seen footage. Yeah, it was nothing.
Did it last longer than the one that we went through? Oh, because I was like
20. I was 29 hours.
Was it?
Yeah.
Didn't feel like it. It felt shorter than that.
Yeah, it felt shorter, but it was 29 hours. Maybe, but I do remember some people. No, honestly, some people didn't have power for days. Some people's power didn't come back for a long time. I remember in class, some people were coming back to class. No, I'm mixing up Sandy.
Oh, okay.
They put us through a lot. We went through a lot. I'm mixing up traumas.
Yo, listen, man.
We gonna get back to that one because I really want to get in on that one.
Yo, listen, man. We as New Yorkers, we've been through a lot, and still. Just I don't know, man. I guess it's just in our DNA. Like,
yeah, I mean that now other places done been through more.
That's what I'm saying.
Especially like the islands and all that. So I do know of people going through more. But it seems we done been hit with a lot. 17 years ago. I want to bring this up. This is another turning point in. I feel like me personally as a man.
You dating is crazy, boy. Go ahead.
17 years ago, right? You see how we coming up? We in high school now. 50 Cent versus Kanye.
Okay.
Do you remember the album thing? You remember 50 was saying they was gonna drop an album on the same day, none of them was gonna move the day.
Right.
50 was like, they gonna drop the album on the same day.
Yeah.
If he don't outsell Kanye, he was gonna retire.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now at that time, again, I'm a little ass hood nigga. I didn't think there was no way in hell Kanye could outsell 50. I just didn't see it. Everything I knew was hood. Everything I knew was the hood. I know the hood. Kanye was dope. I liked Kanye, but there was no way 50, there was no way I thought Kanye was going to outsell 50. And I think the majority of people in our school, in our bubble, couldn't see it either.
Yeah.
Like it's not a thing where I'm saying it and people are like, nah, you bugging, bro, because this is early for Kanye. This is kind of early for Kanye. What was that, late registration?
Nah, Graduation.
That was Graduation he was going up against? So that's his second album.
Third.
Oh, third. Okay, that's why.
Kanye
third
album. Himself by that point.
What was it? College Dropout,
Late
Registration,
and then
Graduation. So
by that point, by 2007, Kanye had proved himself. Even though he came in the game like 2003, they came in the same year.
They came in the same year.
You think about it, they came in the same year. It's just that 50 came first.
Yeah.
And then Kanye came out later on during the year. But they both still had an impact.
Culturally. And I feel like maybe I mean
sonically, my fault. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. Say what you were saying. Because you have a different perspective.
Sonically, two different sounds because 50 came with the gangster rap versus Kanye.
Kanye was the anti-gangster rap. He was not gangster.
Who was if we want to call it the quote unquote backpack rap.
Yeah, he started. Well, maybe not started, but he definitely had the backpack
definitely
on.
The forefront.
Yeah,
right. Poster child.
Yeah,
of that. College dropout, and then
let me check this.
Late Registration. That was the second album. Then Graduation. So by the time Graduation came around, he had already proved himself with hits like Through the Wire. And
that was first hit.
Gold Digger with Jamie Foxx. And so
did Jesus Walks go already?
Jesus Walks. That was the first album, right? So by the time Graduation came out, 2007.
Yes, it was because that's when he did the Michael Jackson sample. What song was that? Good Life.
Good Life.
Yeah, 50 tried to go up against Good Life. And I didn't know yet. I did Stronger.
Right.
I really didn't know yet. First of all, let me backstory. I guess I gravitated towards hip hop for real. I wasn't born listening to hip hop kind of. I listened to all kinds of music. Yeah. And I really, really was listening to alternative rock a lot. There was a little radio in my house and you could never hear it, but it was always on. And so if I, as a kid, like sometimes I'd be up at like 2, 3 in the morning.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, what is that? And if it was dead silent, like I used to try to hold my breath and you could hear the radio. Because I didn't know, it was an old ass radio. I didn't know how to turn it up at all.
Yeah.
But it was on this lowest volume. And if it was dead silent, you could hear it. And it would be on like Kiss FM. So that was alternative rock. So I grew up on alternative rock. Unless y'all know about me. 50 Cent was my first favorite rapper ever. My first. I never had a favorite rapper before 50. It didn't take me long to graduate from the 50 Cent content.
For sure.
Base. You know what I mean? I graduated from the 50 Cent content. Still, and now spinning around full circle, I have more of a respect for what 50 did than I did even then. But I had no idea. I did not see Kanye outselling 50. And when he did, I was like, what? How could we as the hood? But I learned a lot after that. Absolutely. That taught me a lot. Absolutely. That year. That was pivotal in my learning.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And 50 took it like a champ.
Yeah, he did. He said he was going to retire. And that was probably his first troll.
That was.
No, he trolled Ja Rule out the gate. He trolled with his mixtapes. I lied. If y'all think 50
that wasn't his first.
50 trolled out the gate. He used to take niggas beats. He dissed the whole rap game one time. He was talking. Yeah, he was a menace, and it was dope. It was dope.
Power of the dollar. And
it was dope, man.
See, 50 wasn't my first favorite hip hop artist. He was my second. I'll go. What'd I say? Yeah, because I had Jay first. I had Jay-Z first, and then
I went through a Jay-Z period.
Yeah, Jigga was my nigga.
I went to a Jay-Z period.
Word, Jigga was my
very
nigga.
Short-lived. Blueprint.
Yeah,
I was there.
And then once 50 came out, I was like, oh, what is this?
It was so violent,
nigga. Yo, boy, I still remember that first time I heard Bad News. I was the summer leading into 5th grade. So just talking about elementary school, that was the summer going into 5th grade. And I heard Bad News. I was on a hip hop site, just browsing, scouring through the internet, the dark parts of the internet at that time. And I just happened to stumble upon Bad News, and that was my introduction to G Unit. And
have we ever went? Speaking of G Unit, have we ever went top fives? Have we ever won top fives?
Top 5 what?
Rappers.
What, like you and I?
Yeah. Have we ever went over our top 5s?
Nah.
What's your top 5 rappers?
My top 5 rappers?
Like, and I don't want to break down to listen to lyrical and non-lyrical. What's your, like, it's your category, your scope of it. Who are the top 5 best? You got that right now? Do you think you got it off the top of the head?
I think I got it.
Let me see. Who you got?
50 and Banks are definitely up there. Am I numbering them too?
I'm a number mine.
You gonna number yours?
I'm a number mine.
All right.
Cause I like competition.
All right.
So I'm a number mine. But you don't gotta number yours.
Nah, if I'm a number mine, I'm gonna put number 1. I'm gonna put 50 Cent. Damn, I can't do ties, right? No ties.
I mean, yeah, I guess you can do a little tie. Do your thing, man.
I could do a tie. All right, tie for number 2. I'm gonna put Nas and Lloyd Banks.
Okay.
And number 3, I'm gonna go. Yeah, I'm gonna go number 3, son. If you got your top 5, go ahead.
I think I got my top. I thought I had my top 5.
Yeah.
maybe we're gonna have to come back to the top 5. I thought I had my top 5. I started thinking. I'm gonna go from 5.
All right.
Cause I know I got my joint written somewhere, bro.
Yeah.
Cause I wanted to go from 5 down.
I might have to pull my phone out.
Yo, this might be a project.
While you do your thing.
This might be a project. Cause I do want to talk some hip hop. Favorite. Okay, so I'm gonna go 5, right? If I got 5, let me think back a little bit. It's not gonna take me that long because I'm really, really, truly a Biggie fan, right? So I feel like I'm going Biggie 5.
Okay, respectable.
Ugh. Biggie 5. This is so tough. This is so tough. It's tougher than I thought.
It's hard when you gotta think about it on the fly.
Because I really want to. All right, listen. This is subject to change, y'all.
For sure.
Biggie 5, Kanye 4.
Respect.
Putting Kanye over Biggie is respect.
I respect you. I respect your top 5.
Right. Thank you, man.
That's your top.
Thank you,
man. That's
man.
another thing too. We need to respect people's lists.
Sometimes. Because what if, like, all right, let me not.
We just respect people's lists.
Yeah, we got to respect people's lists.
Even if you disagree.
Yeah.
Even if you
it's
think
cool to
even
disagree.
If you think even if you think it's straight bullshit.
Yeah.
Just respect somebody's list, man.
All right, I'm going Biggie 5, Kanye 4.
Okay.
God, I really thought I had this. Okay, because it's tough. I would really love to. I'm going to go 53.
Okay.
50 is going to be 3 because my 1 and the 2 I don't want to share. I struggle with this 1 and this 2. Because my favorite rapper ever. I gotta remix my list.
Go ahead.
Gotta remix. Because my favorite rapper ever is not as great as the others I said. So, Lupe Fiasco is my favorite rapper of all time. I think he's the best to put pen to paper and sell records. Lyrics plus selling records plus what he stands for is the most important thing to me. So that's my favorite rapper ever. But I can't put over the work that others have done album to album. Lupe didn't love hip hop enough. The game, he didn't love the hip hop game enough to do what they did with albums after albums. So I'm gonna put Lupe 5. Okay, fine. I'm going Lupe 5, Biggie 4, Kanye 3. '52, 52nd. Number 1, I feel in terms of greatness, I think is Nas. So that's Nas, 50, Kanye, Biggie, Lupe, Fiasco.
Respect.
And that's me.
Respect. I got my top 5. So I'm going number 5. I'm going Nipsey Hussle.
Okay.
Number 4, I'm going Vado.
Okay.
Number 3, I'm going Young Chris.
Okay.
Number 2, as I said, it's a tie between Banks and Nas. And then number 1, I'm going 50 Cent.
So now we see why he's the one that said, let's respect everybody's top 5. Because nah, but now so I don't know a lot of Young Chris. Who else?
Vado.
I don't know a lot of Vado, but I'm sure they got that heat, and I'm sure they impacted your life. Nipsey, of course, I understand that.
Yep.
No Wayne?
Yep. Wayne wasn't one. Wayne
was never one.
Yeah, he was never.
I really went to a Wayne. I really was a Lil Wayne fan. And I'm talking the block is the block is.
I like Wayne.
I loved that Little Wayne. He had some other song.
Wayne got pockets.
He had a song called "Pop I Know," and then "Pop I Know," and then he wasn't talking about Birdman then.
Right.
He wasn't talking about Birdman on "Pop I Know." It's not like my daddy. He's talking about Birdman. So I don't the later Little Wayne. I just fell out. I fell out with. I felt like he wasn't that's high school when he really got popping. Middle school started middle school because middle school he was doing the Carters had started. But I felt like I felt like he had bars, but I felt like he was playing with words and not really saying anything deep. And I've always been a deep person. So it never stuck. But I did want to get into this. I'm sure you caught wind of the Lil Wayne, Kendrick Lamar Super Bowl.
Oh, I did.
Fiasco.
I did. And listen, man, I seen people going and try to go at Jay-Z and I'm like, Jay doesn't have any pull in terms of deciding who gets to perform. I honestly doubt he had too much input or could have had. I'm pretty sure he probably could have, but ultimately it's not his decision.
I don't know. We got to go into that. We got to debunk that. Because I think it might have been his legit decision.
Really?
But you know, like when you get a job, like Lupe was doing the official music for the FIFA World Cup one year. He was hired as the musical curator.
Okay.
People get those jobs. I think that it was legitimately Jay-Z's decision
to not have Wayne perform.
Not to not have Wayne, but who should perform. Oh. Not to deny Wayne. See, and that is what people are looking at it as. And
that's what people are looking at.
Maybe it's that because they had a little beef. I thought their beef was done. I thought their beef was done. Yeah, they had beef. What? Lil Wayne got some bars about Beyonce out there. So it's like, did Jay-Z ever forget those kidnap your lady
before?
Get that how much you love your lady money?
Before or years ago? Before or after Mr. Carter from Carter 3? Remember they had that song together?
Carter,
they were both on the song together.
Tell me where you
so
been,
was that what you're referring to? Was that before or after?
I gotta do my research.
Yeah,
I gotta do my research.
Because if it was after that, then if it was before that, then I would say, all right, maybe they pieced it up. But if it was after that, then that's a possibility. We
got to see, because I know there was some ups and downs. Because first of all, I feel like, I am the Mike Jordan of recording. Whose line was that? Was that Jay-Z?
That's Jay.
And then Wayne was like, if you the Mike Jordan of recording, then I'm something else. I feel like that was after Hey Mr. Carter. But for the fans, that was before? Okay, cool. So, cool. Like, I thought they had passed up the beef, so people are thinking that they didn't.
And then they were also, I didn't mean to cut you off, but they were all on Swagger Like Us together.
Yeah.
So...
I mean, when these albums go down, people don't even be in the same room all the time when they record. They send the track over, have Jay-Z put his verse on. I don't know if that one like that, but they could easily, they could easily have been in different countries recording that.
True.
But I did think too, like most, I thought that the beef was settled. So a lot of people looking at it as a beef, like they slighted him personally. And I see where Young Money is kind of like. First of all, let me say this. Kendrick Lamar is absolutely deserving of this.
1,000%.
He's absolutely deserving of this.
Yeah. Kendrick's
having an
amazing year.
What he's bringing forth in this music is what I'd rather see of the Super Bowl. I have to say, like, we gonna be all right. DNA.
He unified
they not like us. You know, he got to do that.
The West Coast.
He unifies black people, though.
Yeah,
and that's what we need because this is.
Go ahead.
Ain't this the first? I mean, we've had hip hop acts on the Super Bowl, but they try not to let hip hop acts on the Super Bowl, especially headline. I don't think a hip hop act headlined the Super Bowl. Correct me if I'm wrong. Let me see something. I don't think hip hop acts have headlined because I was looking out for it when they started with what I don't know in what order, but they had Bruno, Mars. I was looking at these as precursors to, oh man, we might get a hip hop halftime. It was because, you know, I mean, it was R&B. Bruno, The Weeknd, I saw that as a big step. Did Beyonce pop out doing it?
She did.
Rihanna?
Rihanna did.
Did she headline?
She did.
Rihanna headlined. I was looking at these as...
She headlined last year.
That was last year? Time flies. Time flies. Yeah, but I've been looking at all these as precursors, so I don't know if anyone has actually headlined the Super Bowl, though they were there, or performed. I don't think no, Usher was last year.
Usher was last year? Usher was this year.
Oh, well, yeah. You see?
Yeah.
I'm thinking that last Super Bowl.
I get why you're saying that. Yeah, I get why you're saying that. Yeah.
Rihanna than Usher. Yeah, so I got to go back and see if a hip hop act actually headlined, because I was looking at these as precursors, and I feel like if this is going to be the first actual rapper to headline it for himself.
That's a damn good one. It's a damn good one.
And when did it become
the frustration is because it's being held in New Orleans.
But that's my thing. Like, I feel like a lot of times,
and so a lot of people from New Orleans feel like it's a disrespect to Wayne. Wayne is essentially the GOAT of NL.
To a lot of people.
You know,
he's the GOAT up there. Absolutely. He's the overall GOAT to a lot of people.
Right. And so people feel like it's a slap in the face to not have him headline or at least be there.
Yeah. What hurts the most is that he legitimately wanted to do it and has expressed that. And so when I saw that I was like, ugh. And so I get it. I understand. I feel like a lot of times hip hop, we get into a space, you know, hip hop being, you know, the king of like black culture for, let's be real. Hip hop, the most influential genre, hands down. The most influential genre, hands down. I feel like hip hop is the epitome of music performance. I feel after hip hop, everything ever created, any sound, any genre you're ever gonna hear again is gonna be the subgenre of another genre.
That's a fact.
Nothing else can really be done new that's new after hip hop. Try me. Try to make a new genre. It's gonna be a subgenre.
Listen, check this out real quick. I listened to Russ. I think I told you. Russ was on, he was on a podcast early in this year. He was on Andrew Schultz. And he made a statement that was very interesting to me about the fact that, because you know he's in these rooms, right? And he made a statement saying that the labels aren't going to just let hip hop die, right? It's not happening. What he did say, which piqued my curiosity, is that now what they're doing is, which I know from experience from having just came from the West Coast, country music.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so from being out there, being in all these truck stops and hearing the country music that has hip hop twang infused in it.
Yeah. They've been doing that for a long time now.
But it's at the forefront.
It's at the forefront
because now the country artists are on Spotify and streaming services, which wasn't a thing up until recently.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that. But country was always the biggest genre.
For sure.
Country was the biggest genre.
For sure.
You know what I mean? So,
but they were selling CDs and records.
Yeah, they were very old fashioned. Yeah.
The streaming charts.
And the hip hop artists and the R&B artists, they're from the South where they loved country and still love country.
You see Beyonce going towards that route.
Even Beyonce, K. Michelle is no longer doing R&B and is doing country. So, but what I wanted to say was, you know, with hip hop and its huge influence, I just feel like Kendrick was.
He deserves it, man.
He deserves it. He deserves to bring that forward. It's a big moment.
Yeah, let him have a shot.
It's a big moment. He deserves it right now. And by no means did we need to see Lil Wayne get the halftime show and then bring Drake up as if Drake won the beef. Hell no. Hell no. Hell no. 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 No.
I can't argue with that.
No. Imagine you know, smiling ass nigga. No, you didn't win. You don't get that. I feel like of all the things, Jay-Z, we can't really trust Jay-Z, but you can trust him to do right by hip hop. Know that. Because that was not supposed to happen. That was not supposed to happen.
You know you would have brought Drake out. You know you would have.
I'll show you the interview though. He actually said he wasn't gonna bring nobody out. Wayne said that. Of course, people changed that. But when I saw the interview, he was being asked about it. He's like, "Hey, this is my moment. I'm not bringing nobody. All y'all people out here that got a feature with me, I'm sorry." He did like that. Like he was very passionate about it. So, but I also see Young Money. They're in a. I mean, Drake just lost the beef. Nicki, maybe it's the VMAs. Do you know who's hosting the VMAs? No. Nicki was supposed to host a halftime show, and they moved her off it for, I think Megan.
Megan Thee Stallion.
I think Megan.
Really?
You know, and so I gotta look. Y'all, I wish I was more prepared, but we gonna come back and we gonna talk about all of these things. But you know, Young Money is there, they feel like they're being attacked by all fronts from the industry. And if I was Young Money, I would feel that way too. How many rappers came out? Yeah, we don't like Drake. How many rappers been trying to get at Nicki, saying Nicki is not supportive of other female artists that been out there? They been throwing stuff on her name. Young Money feels attacked. Birdman with the Drewski and they are feeling attacked. Was that real? Was that like I think it was real. I think it was real.
You think so?
I think because I watched Could Have Been. I watched Could Have Been. It seemed real. It seemed real.
Like you sound like it was like, it seemed to me like he was playing it up to be like.
I mean, the radio interviews after that and all that stuff and the chain situation, like, because if you watch Could Have Been, the actual series, you'll see like Birdman like disrupt the shit, and they play around a lot on Could Have Been.
That's what I'm saying.
And
that's why I'm like
just like it.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
different. If they played it well. Because I'm still not sure if it was real, but I started to get convinced that this is real. Which I wouldn't be surprised if it's real. Coming off the Breakfast Club shit.
I wouldn't be surprised. But there were parts where I felt like maybe he was in on it. Like maybe Birdman was in on it.
Yeah.
Just going along with it.
Yeah.
But you can be onto something.
Yeah, I think it was real, but YMCMB, they're in a frenzy right now, and I would be too if I was them. But this is an amazing moment for Kendrick, and I can't wait to hear the songs that he's going. Man, it's gonna be lit, man. If he do, they not like us. Furthermore, if he brings out Lil Wayne respectfully, I think that he should approach Lil Wayne respectfully, and I think Lil Wayne should respectfully accept.
Yeah,
I think he should. I've heard from people that he might not, and that got me thinking like, yeah, maybe he might not accept it, and maybe that might make Kendrick not want to offer it, but I was like, I feel like he should respectfully be like, yo, pop out, it's your city, it's lit, and I feel like Lil Wayne should pop out, regardless of the beef with Drake. Who knows?
We'll see.
Who knows? But
we shall see. That will be interesting. I'll be watching. I will be watching, not just for that, but of course, just to see everything.
Yeah,
that'll be a good show.
But our favorite rappers is unks now, man. Our favorite rappers, they old, man.
And sugar daddies.
They unk, they bugging, they're losing their when you get old, they're out here, they're out here bugging. I mean, it's lit to see a lot of them get old.
Their what?
It's
losing their what?
When you get older,
they're cool,
man, they're cool. I never thought Trick Daddy was so uneducated before. Not to judge people, but Trick Daddy, I was a Trick Daddy fan, and when I see the way he be talking online, I'm like, oh my God, this is like a guy outside the deli.
Ignorant as fuck.
Man.
I mean, that's who they are.
I don't know if they
are who they are. Like who they are.
I feel like when you get older, it intensifies.
See, his age group of rappers. Them niggas are who they are, son. On and off the mic.
Yeah, you're right. You're right about
that. It's different.
You're right about that.
Today's landscape, people are putting on personas for the cameras and for their live streamers on their fans, and you got, you know what I'm saying, snitching is glorified, and they're cut from a different cloth, and that's who they are. So
Unks is out here bugging.
Yeah,
but we are like. I feel like we're entering unk phase. I feel like young niggas is, in one way, young niggas they're talking to me with a certain amount of respect. And it's cool. It's cool, but it's also like, come on, my nigga. I want to talk about the game too. I want to talk about what build you made on 2K2, my nigga. Come on now. Like, ease up, my nigga. Like, that's why I got these. I got these because there was a meet and greet. Shout out to Shafar and the team SJC, the TikTok dancers. They're doing their thing right outside there in Times Square. And I've been wanting to work with them in a manner of ways, from interviewing him to content. And so they had a meet and greet here. It was dope. Give back to the kids for school.
Nice. It
was wild in here. And so I got these. I had to fit in with the little
word.
You know what I mean? I was like, let me
That's what's up, son.
I like these. I like that. I got them for $13 too.
That's valid.
But I was like, let me fit in with the youngins, man.
Yeah.
They were still unking me.
You just referred to them as young niggas.
I did. That shows you the separation. Bro, I knew it was different. I knew times was changing when I would go like to the store and you would see Unk. And Unk give you the, when Unk give you the what up, that means he see you. Yeah, you want to meet now. We looking on the same racks for shit. And
he see you.
I'm like, I'm Unk.
Yeah, you see you. I mean,
Unk.
I mean, shoot, y'all been saying that about me, so that ain't.
You been Unk.
That ain't nothing new for me.
You been Unk.
Shoot, I grew up. Jazz was my favorite.
Yeah. Juicy J got a jazz album out now.
Does he?
Yeah. I think it's actually fire. I think it's the #1 jazz album out right now. So I definitely wanna get into that.
Yeah, I'll check it out.
Into that. But they got Unk. Me being Unk, they got Unk on TikTok, dog.
They got TikTok?
Not on TikTok. In one of these YouTube shorts.
Okay.
They got Unk doing it's a TikTok. I'm not on TikTok. You see, that's me up there. So I was down there. While I was up there, I hit up Shafar. I was like, yo, they just did the thing. And he's like, yo, I got a dope idea for a vid. And so we did that right there. I'm up in the window.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah. So we're gonna show that across the screen or whatever.
That's fire.
It's a little cool.
Yeah.
It's a little. I don't know them damn TikTok dances. I was just doing the thing. I was really doing my 50. My 50 is on point. So I was doing the 50. I don't think I was supposed to do it like that, but I'm doing the 50.
That's cool. You good.
If I had the house, I got the 50.
Yeah.
So they shake that thing like boom, man. She back it up on me. I'm like, oh man.
We aging ourselves, man.
Yeah, we old though.
Yeah.
Aging gracefully though.
Nah,
but
absolutely.
I mean, definitely. I want to get into your story though more. I want to get into your story.
Oh, for sure.
You in Vegas, but we are out of time.
Yeah,
we are out of time.
We'll circle back.
But talk to the people.
For those,
let them know how you feeling.
I'm feeling good, man. I'm just happy to be home.
Yeah,
just happy.
So Deeps is home, and this was so consider this a little teaser episode, man.
We'll see y'all soon.
We gonna continue this back, huh?
No.
We in Podstream for a little bit.
It's your boy Deeps.
We outside. We inside, but we still outside.
Word. Jay the World Bush.
Pack Crew TV, man.
Pack Crew TV.
Shout out to all the boys, man. We on.
We on.
We on.
We love y'all, man.
Yeah.
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 And one time for the one time.
What's that?
Tune in. I thought we was on sync.
Yeah. How did... 1, 2, 3. Tune in to Pack Crew TV. It's been years.
Yeah.
It's been years. So I had no idea.